Burt Reynolds, at long last, shares his thoughts on Clint Walker. Born Burton Leon Reynolds Jr. on February 11, 1936, in Lansing, Michigan, he was the son of Harriet Fernay and Burton Milo Reynolds, a police chief. The family later settled in Riviera Beach, Florida, where young Burt nurtured a passion for sports, particularly football, shaping his early dreams. At Florida State University, he shone as a halfback, but a devastating knee injury shattered his hopes of a pro football career, redirecting his path toward the stage. A teacher's encouragement ignited his acting journey, though the 1950s brought struggles with minor roles in shows like Gunsmoke and Riverboat. His chiseled features and resonant voice suited westerns, yet Hollywood initially saw him as just another striking face. His breakthrough arrived in the late 1960s and early 1970s with Deliverance, 1972, a raw, gripping performance that revealed his depth and cemented his status as a formidable actor, earning both critical acclaim and box office success. The 1970s marked Burt Reynolds' golden era. Films like The Longest Yard, 1974, Smokey and the Bandit, 1977, and Hooper, 1978, transformed him into the quintessential American icon, rebellious, charismatic, and effortlessly masculine. His signature mustache, roguish grin, and easy swagger defined a generation of cinematic heroes who balanced grit with humor. Audiences adored his relatability, a star who could make you laugh and tug at your heartstrings in the same breath. Beyond action and comedy, Reynolds showcased dramatic prowess, particularly in Deliverance. His later role as Jack Horner in Boogie Nights, 1997, earned him an Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor, portraying a nuanced adult film director with paternal warmth and moral flaws, a testament to his evolved, layered craft. Despite setbacks, box office flops, health struggles, and bankruptcy in the 1980s and 1990s, Reynolds bounced back with resilience, mentoring younger talent and shining in indie films that highlighted his enduring allure. Burt Reynolds' personal life was as vibrant and stormy as his on-screen roles, with his marriages reflecting the passion and turbulence that defined him. He wed twice, each union marking a distinct chapter. His first marriage, to British actress Judy Carne in 1963, came during his rise as a Hollywood heartthrob. Known for her comedic flair on Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In, Carne shared Reynolds' ambition, but their fiery romance buckled under showbiz pressures and clashing temperaments. Carne later wrote candidly about their volatile bond, a blend of affection and strain. Reynolds admitted they were too young and career-driven to sustain it, divorcing in 1965 after 2 years. He carried regret, acknowledging his immaturity. Decades later, in 1988, he married Lonnie Anderson, the radiant star of WKRP in Cincinnati, at the peak of his fame. Their union seemed a Hollywood dream, two glamorous stars uniting in a blaze of publicity. Yet, behind the dazzling facade, tensions brewed. Strong-willed and career-focused, they clashed over finances, schedules, and rumored infidelities. By the early 1990s, their marriage unraveled, culminating in a bitter, public 1994 divorce that dominated headlines. Reynolds called it one of his life's deepest wounds, accusing Anderson of prioritizing fame over love, while she alleged infidelity and abuse, claims he refuted. Despite the rancor, their shared love for their adopted son, Quentin Anderson Reynolds, endured. In later years, Reynolds reflected with bittersweet sorrow, admitting his love for Anderson and wishing for a different outcome. For years, fans of classic westerns and rugged cinema have drawn parallels between Burt Reynolds and Clint Walker, two towering figures of stoic, magnetic masculinity. Both epitomize the archetype of the American hero, capable of taming the wild, winning a brawl, and charming with a disarming smile. Though their careers overlapped from the 1950s to 1970s, Reynolds rarely spoke of Walker, fueling speculation, until a late-life interview where he broke his silence, revealing a bond of friendship, rivalry, and profound respect. In my early days, Clint Walker was a giant, Reynolds began. I was still scraping by, and there was Clint, this towering figure with a voice like it rumbled from the mountains. Watching him on Cheyenne, I thought, that's a cowboy. Walker, a 6 feet 6 inches powerhouse, was a Warner Brothers TV titan by the 1950s, while Reynolds hustled through bit parts. I'll admit, I envied him, Reynolds confessed. He had strength, dignity, this quiet command we all craved. His tone softened as he spoke of Walker's character. Clint wasn't just brawn and charm. He was one of the kindest souls in this cutthroat business. Hollywood can break you, but Clint never lost his decency. He stayed true, and I admired that deeply. Reynolds, known for his defiant streak, saw a kindred spirit in Walker's independence. We both hated being boxed in. I'd mouth off or joke through tension. Clint would just lock eyes and say it straight. That's real power. Quiet, unshakable. When asked about collaborating, Reynolds laughed. We tossed around doing a Western. He'd be the noble hero. I'd be the wisecracking deputy stirring trouble. It would have been a blast, but our schedules never lined up. I was filming Smokey while he was off on some epic adventure. On the fan-fueled debate of who was Hollywood's toughest, Reynolds grinned. People loved pitting us against each other. Who'd win, Burt or Clint? Truth is, Clint could have snapped me in half, but he wouldn't. He didn't need to prove anything. His presence said it all. Recalling their rare encounters at award shows and charity events, Reynolds noted, every time we met, Clint greeted me like a brother. No ego, just warmth. That's rare in this town. He'd ask about my family, and he meant it. In his final thoughts, Reynolds spoke as both peer and admirer. Clint represented something we've lost. A true gentleman, strong and decent. He didn't chase headlines. His work and character spoke louder. We all wanted to be a bit like him. When he passed, the screen lost a cowboy, the world a good man. I was proud to know him, even just a little. I admired him more than I ever let on. Burt Reynolds suffered a fatal heart attack at Jupiter Medical Center in Jupiter, Florida, on September 6, 2018, at 82, closing a chapter on a Hollywood legend who defined American masculinity with his wit, charm, and rugged appeal. In his final weeks, friends noted his ongoing health battles, including heart issues that led to a 2010 bypass surgery. Yet, Reynolds remained vibrant, discussing new projects and his lifelong love for acting. His sudden passing stunned fans who grew up with Smokey and the Bandit, Deliverance, and Boogie Nights. He died in the tranquil Florida town he called home, far from Hollywood's chaos, cherishing its peace and sunshine. Lonnie Anderson and their son, Quentin, oversaw a private memorial on September 20th, 2018, in North Palm Beach, Florida. Despite their tumultuous past, Anderson honored Reynolds with a simple, heartfelt service, reflecting his wish for privacy. Attended by close family, friends, and industry peers, the gathering brimmed with tears and laughter, celebrating his kindness, humor, and loyalty. Quentin spoke of his father's humility and devotion, while Anderson, visibly moved, ensured the farewell captured Burt's spirit. Share your favorite Burt Reynolds moment below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more Hollywood legends. Until next time, this is Channel Name, honoring the stars who shaped our screens.